the orange and this shade. At this point, I'm just over these shades, and I feel like every one of us has probably more than one quad quint palette that pushes this lilac theme, and we've been doing it for, we're now going into the 3rd year of, well, we would go into the 3rd year. I'm over it. I'm personally rather over this look. You know, it goes a bit candy. For me, it's a bit over, and I rather, for the springtime, I rather wear a mint, an apricot, even an combining pinks with orange. I think that's very interesting and new and different. The way this looks, and the way you obviously can also create something with this palette. I would pair the lilac with the orange and do something different and more juicy and fresher and different to what we've been doing these past 2 years for spring. So I'm over the lilac look, but this is exactly what you get from the Chanel quad. If I would get it, it would be particularly only for this grayish navy shade, in case that the eyeliner turns out as something very special in undertone that I really enjoy. But the composition itself is nothing that I find exciting, but you know, good enough that it's finally another coherent, pretty Chanel collection, compared to something like, you know, the holiday collection. As pretty the Noir Allure quad is, it was very detached from the blush lighters aesthetically. These, besides the fact that these blush lighters were horrible quality, I am very opposed to decluttering anything in my collection. I love my babies, but this guy will go pretty soon. I will drag myself to wear it 1 or 2 other times, and 100% will dislike it again and then declutter it. It was a very bad product. It didn't match the Noir Allure vibe at all. So this denim collection at least is something cohesive and pleasant and cute. And if I get anything, it's for this gray dark blue, but it's not for what it does as a whole. Now, I'm sorry if I sound like a mean bitch by now, but I've been filming for over an hour now, because I did this other video where I would not shut up about my contempt for Chanel and the customer treatment. And yes, so I'm getting a little bit impatient by now. I want to move on, and but yeah, that is my take on this Chanel collection. Please, if you already have it, if you plan to get it, if you're all over it, if you're absolutely in love with the way it looks and the way it makes you happy, and please don't be mad at me. I really don't want to spoil your fun with it. And if you love it, then I probably should put a disclaimer out. Don't even watch my video. I don't want to spoil your fun with it. This is for people who are undecided, who are not sure about it, and who wanted to see how easy is it to recreate it, how does it look, step by step, adding the pink at the end, and what is the look you get, to make up your mind. And finally, I will, again, this weekend, I must finally film my overall thoughts about the spring collections with the Rouge Noir, and especially the Dior one. But let me add the mauve shade here. And let me also inform you, see this? See this here? This is the first time, the very first time that something hard panned on me. I think it's my fault because I wore this pink shade on Valentine's Day on my lips as well. So I wore lip balm and went in, this is how things hard pan. Even though it has not happened to me so far, I knew that it's just a layer that you create when you go on an oily face or anything like that. Then this might happen, and it's not a problem with the product itself. I don't think so. And actually, I was excited to finally try this trick where you take a, how do you call it, a piece of tape. You just put the tape on the hard pan thing here, and it will take off the softest and thinnest layer to reveal the normal product. And I was also confused because when I got this palette, I started to wear it with a fluffy brush. um Now this shade is very, very soft, but these shades are more pigmented, so I used a fluffy brush, and um it worked perfectly fine. And then I switched to stiffer bristles, and I thought, why all of a sudden do I need stiffer bristles? Why isn't it picking up any product? And it was because I was responsible for hard panning it. So I like this palette. I mean, what you see is what you get. It's baked gelée formula, which is very thin, very skin-like. I was worried that this would be too metallic and emphasize texture, which it does not. It's obviously more glowing than the other shades. It's very beautiful. So yeah, I don't see any issue with this product. I am a big fan of these 4-pan oversized ones by Chanel. For years, it's always the same kind of deal. It's baked gelée, blah blah blah. I think it's a bit boring if you consider that it's a Rouge Noir collection. I think there should be a very, very deep original Rouge Noir shade of rouge in here, or of blush in here. I think it's a missed opportunity. I think for what collection this is, these shades are rather boring. They still look very beautiful applied, So, boring for Rouge Noir? Yes. Nice palette, pretty, yes. Not so versatile because all looks a bit the same, yes. And the worst part of it, these two shades are pretty identical to the summer 2024 blush highlighter duo in Berry. So, but since I like to wear that one and it's beautiful, I thought, well, what the heck, just get it. It's a beautiful blush duo, so at least I know that I like it, right? All right. So again, I'm using the mauve one today, and just so we could touch on this topic real quick and share my thoughts and experiences. Oh, here I put on a bit more than I would usually put on. Also, I did not want to go so much onto my cheeks. I wanted to keep it. I wanted to keep it here, which I failed. So let's continue to drag it into my face, which makes it look a bit even more 80s. But that's the way. That's the vibe today, I guess. So we are going 80s all the way today. All right. Oh, by the way, speaking of 80s, I fell in love. The Cosby Show, I didn't really love it when I was a child. Well, naturally, because I think the jokes, the field of interest is primarily the perspective of parents and grown-ups. I don't think it's really that exciting for children. Also, now I watch it in English. When it came on TV, of course, I watched it in German. And so also now I didn't watch a comparison to tell you from my point of view now to really be able to judge that. Maybe even the translations and the way jokes are developed are not as great in the synchronized version, so that might also be an issue. However, right now I'm loving it, and I think it's just the earliest point where I could watch it without being disgusted with Cosby himself. So it's been many years that him, and sadly also this show, was pretty much not really off radar, but avoided. You know what I mean? But now it's finally I'm able to watch this and just feel so pleased, especially with Claire Huxtable, because she is the most gorgeous living creature I can imagine. And now that I'm finally able to ignore what we know today and now, still it's possible to recreate the illusion of what the show was back then, and that her chemistry and her jokes with her husband are actually very wholesome and nice. So you have to be able to really cancel out that knowledge of reality to embrace it, of course. But yeah, so this past week I rediscovered this show for myself. Really enjoying that. Last weekend I watched a movie from 1948, and it was called what was it called? The Innocent Affair. I'm pretty sure that's its name. An Innocent Affair. I will link it in the info box. It was such a cute movie, and very funny, and yeah. Is there anything else? No. So these are my little shares for now, and let's talk and play again this weekend. Um, since you have been waiting for a very long time, if you have even been waiting. So this is a spoiler. The Dior collection, the Ultra Glow, the blush stick in Orange Fizz is very beautiful and pleasant. It's the best product. Well, this and the Marshmallow Quint for me are really, really good and nice. And the nail polish now, the lip oils now, the mint bubblegum quint, I do not regret it because I really like the apricot shade in there, and it's very, very unique and unusual. And even though it looks very, all the shades look very dark in the pans, because most shades are iridescent, they do have a brightness and a glow to them. Obviously, there's a shift to it in these iridescent shades, like, with velvet. When you stroke velvet, the one way it's dark, the other way it gets light. So it's these iridescent shades by Dior, which Dior just loves to throw them in there, right? This is the way they act. And the reason why I personally do not love them as much is I have very deep set eyes, and the older I get, the darker and more horrendous these dark inner corners get. And I really need and appreciate a matte or a satin shade that is brightening here. Now, with these iridescent shades, even if they are very brightening in one angle, they are quite dark, or let's say translucent, from a different angle. So then I'm just left hanging with an iridescent shade like that in my inner corners, and sometimes it even looks a bit darker and makes things worse for me. So these iridescent shades are nothing I can or want to wear in my inner corners. Of course, if you are younger or if you don't have deep set eyes, then it's not an issue for you, right? If you are like me, you would really want to crave these type of shades in there. So I do not regret this quint, but let's discuss this further on the weekend. Have some fun playing with it and go really into detail with these. So that's all. No. Wait a second. That's not all. One last thing. Two last things actually. I did not apply any mascara, and I got this. This thing here is not even my makeup bag. Oh yeah, right. I also have Sisley mascara that I don't use. That's great. Gala mascara that was used one time and put in here, which is madness. But where's this Chanel? This Chanel mascara. Give me a second. Yes, two more things I want to mention. So the lipsticks in this Chanel collection, I don't even know if it's the Bloom or the Flash. I don't care at all. I here have the Rouge Coco Flash in 116 Easy. And I don't even look at these lipsticks anymore because they are nothing I love in my collection. I don't care if it's Bloom or Flash. I know one is a little bit more intense in pigment. I think it's the Bloom one. And the Flash is more translucent. Neither of them really float my boat. The formula is quite thin in an oily way. Chanel lipsticks is something a bit boring to me. Dior, the classic Dior lipstick scent is something so beautiful and comforting to me. So yeah, Chanel. As you can tell, the formula is, I mean, even if it was a special shade, even if it was more intense in color, I don't care. It's a whole formula that's just nothing very special to me. So I don't look at these twice. So now I'm wearing this one, and I guarantee you there are many drugstore lip products in my collection that I prefer to wearing this one. Is it fun to have this in your purse? Maybe, but I wouldn't want to carry it in my purse because it's nothing special. Um, I think lip products are a step where I can really elevate my look a lot. And when I fail at this point, it's just, a bit sad. And I hope you can tell that this did nothing for me. So the mascara, I know Amelia reviewed I think she had the Rouge Noir mascara, and she had the Anthracite mascara that came with Nuit Astral, and she said that both of them dry up really, really fast. Like, if I remember correctly, probably not even a month, and it was for the bin. And um, this is another very cheap move by Chanel. They know that the customers never loved this, what is it even called? A Noir Allure mascara. Because I think on many people it smudges, it gives them panda eyes. Now I don't mind it as much, but I can see how the packaging dries up really fast. It's fun and fancy. You click it up like this, but apparently it dries up real fast. And honestly, I do have an unused full tube, and I'm prepared to open it up, and it would be completely dried up, even though I never even open it up once. So now let me explain why I once again call Chanel very cheap, and it's just everything is fake pretension, right? For example, their holiday gift pouches, they put everything into these pouches that they have to get rid of because they have too much of it and it is not purchased, and before it goes bad they put it full price into these holiday pouches and add additional money for the pouch itself. This is how cheap Chanel treats the customers. You go to a mid-range brand by Sephora, let's say Benefit, you get a holiday collection gift set where every full-size item in there would be a lot cheaper. The pouch itself is gifted, and draw from that comparison what you want. It's just they fake exclusivity here. Their motto is "We Chanel. We're not giving a discount, this and that." Well, in reality, they throw their old items full price at the customers because they know they came up with a cute pouch that many people want to have, right? And so I did this once last year because it was a white one, and it was really cute. But I hope I never fall for the trap again. This is the reason why I have this horrible mascara that it's okay, but it's nothing great, right? Oh, and this shabby little mirror that they also sell on their website, which is horrible quality. I got the set because I always wanted this mirror. I couldn't have imagined the poor quality of that one. I find better I find better pocket mirrors at the drugstore. I'm serious. But you know, let's put on this mascara. And yeah, this is what I wanted to tell you as well. I would rather, I mean, this blue mascara of that collection, it's the classic 80s kind of blue mascara, right? It's a classic blue mascara shade that many women still wore throughout the 90s because they knew it was their color in the 80s. And if you want a blue mascara like that, listen, I would rather get a drugstore one. First of all, I would not recommend this shade of blue mascara. I think there are more beautiful dark blue mascaras that are more flattering. Okay, I messed it up here. This one is not dried up because it's a twist little container, right? Oh, I really messed this up. How annoying. I shouldn't talk and put on mascara. So yeah, I think I would rather get a dark blue, which, you know, many good brands offer, maybe even Chanel themselves, because I mean the Le Volume I cannot switch accents like that. The Le Volume mascara by Chanel is a very nice and good one, and they have different shades, so that's probably a normal dark blue. Sisley, all of them, YSL, and even the drugstore offers different shades. And I cannot imagine any super beautiful person that would look particularly great with this vibrant electric blue on the lashes. I mean, if it excites you, I still wouldn't, if you really like it, I still wouldn't get the Chanel one because it will be dried up within a month. And even if you said, well, that's okay, I don't care so much, I still wouldn't do it out of principle, but because I think if Chanel wants to sell an expensive mascara, it should be at least as good as drugstore and even better, and not leave you hanging, dried up within a month of use, right? But you know, I'm just a angry little person. Yeah, I really messed it up here. But that's all. Thank you for watching. I hope you have an amazing day. I hope you have a great rest of the week, and talk to you soon. And I'm very curious, and I love to, you know, share thoughts, and I'm very excited if you wanted to comment and share your thoughts on the collection, and or if you got it and if you enjoyed it, and maybe what you're doing differently and how you're using it differently so that it makes more sense for you. Whatever it is, I really care to know, and I just love to chat about makeup, you know that. So bye bye.